So they laid in Incineroar Thundurus. I have no idea if they're Defiant Thundurus or not, but we'll find out, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna go hard Calyrex. If they take the knock on Darm, go ahead. But the thing is, I think Darm's way too valuable. If they Thunder Wave or Scary Face, I guess. I wonder what item it is, because that's also a big factor. The thing is, it's a speed type for Thunduruses, but if I get a speed type and win the Airstream the next turn, oh boy, we're in such a good position. So really scared here. It does fake out in the Calyrex, makes sense. Perfect. Here comes an Airstream. It's just an Airstream coming out in the Darm. Yeah, like, makes sense here. It looks like it is Life Orb. Okay. So I can potentially get the next possible best turn, I think, upcoming. They crit me. Okay, the crit probably mattered then. That's fine though. I actually prefer the situation. Okay, no, looks like we lose it. Airstream gonna come out in the Darm. They crit me again? Are they Scope Lens? And it's really unlikely for them to KO me. God dang it. Love this game. YouTube, today we're going to be using more sand action with Tyranitar, Excadrill, and Galarian Darmanitan. If you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And of course, today, the day I'm uploading this, is the Christmas day, the 25th. Of course, it really depends on, I guess, when you celebrate Christmas. If you do celebrate Christmas, I hope you all have a happy holidays. And if you don't celebrate the holidays, I just hope you have a good day in general. But if you are interested in trying out the team, make sure you try it out with the rental code on your screen. 2 weeks to grab the team before it expires. It's been available in the description down below. And of course, if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. But otherwise, let's get started and play some games. All right, Sun team. Yay, I love facing Sun. My favorite thing. Calyrex, the NDD with Mimikyu, Torkoal, Incineroar, and the Venusaur. So obviously pretty scary team. Definitely has some issues that I'm gonna have to deal with. I wonder... No, that probably doesn't work. I was thinking, like, for some reason, why did I think that I could EQ Astral Barrage? I mean, I technically could. I wish I had Rock Slide Tyranitar now. Rock Slide Tyranitar would actually be like pretty dope here. All right, what do I want to go here specifically? Because Assault Vest Thundurus doesn't really do too well other than against Venusaur and I guess the Incineroar, but otherwise it's just, I feel like struggles a lot here. I'm kind of thinking I'm going Calyrex lead here. I think Calyrex is pretty safe with like Darmanitan, I think, for instance. And then have like Feeny and I think the Tyranitar in the back. They might be thinking, why am I bringing Tyranitar back? That's for sand. I could lead it since I do have that Taunt option. But if they are going to go Trick Room, it's either going to be like Incin, probably Mental or Mimikyu, or it's going to be NDD Calyrex, which is pretty, like, not great for me. So, yeah, I mean, I could see my... the question, I guess, is what am I Dynamax? I guess it's either Calyrex or it's going to be the... Yeah, it's probably going to be Calyrex, I think. I think it's going to be Calyrex. I don't know. I don't expect them to lead like NDD here with Calyrex. I'd imagine if they're going to lead anything, it's Mimikyu Incineroar or Torkoal Venusaur. I don't think Torkoal Venusaur is to play though. I think Venusaur is probably okay as a lead here with like a Trick Room user, but no, they do lead Torkoal Venusaur. Okay. That's not too bad for me. I lead Darmanitan plus the Calyrex right here. I only need Darm for specifically the Venusaur, and I don't really mind trying to go for that right away. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch out my Calyrex here, and I'm going to go for the big crash into the Venusaur because that's going to do a bunch of damage. I'll outspeed it. Chlorophyll will be negated, and yeah, this should be a heavy amount of damage. So we're going to go for the big crash into Venusaur because they might also expect me to switch out the Darm here and go out into Tyranitar as well, and that could definitely be a play here because if I'm Life Orb on my Calyrex, it would be a pretty bad situation, I think, because most likely you want to assume that the Torkoal is probably offensive here. But we'll see. They could also be trying to go for a Sleep Powder immediately. I could definitely see that as their option here. So I don't know if they're Focus Sash. They're usually not Focus Sash, I feel like. Well, on Hard Trick Room teams, they are probably more inclined to have Focus Sash than on other Sun teams that we've seen before, like the standard Incineroar, Umbreon stuff. So we'll see, I guess. This could be Focus Sash now that I'm thinking about it. Usually it's like Cobra Weakness Policy. We'll bring out the Tyranitar here, though, for the sand here. And hopefully, Darm, please land a big crash into Venusaur, especially if it's Gigantamax is right here. Oh, that's so good for me. That's so good for me. The protect right there and the crash into the Venu. Okay, I think this has to be Sash, right? I don't think you make this play unless you're not. Oh my goodness. Let's go, Darm. Absolutely broken. All right. Eliminate the Venusaur right away. Torkoal takes sand chips. Sun's no longer on the field. This should be probably the Calyrex coming out here. I'll go for a taunt here if I have to. Yep. Actually, I don't know if this is Trick Room or if this is weakness policy stuff. I actually have no clue. I imagine it's probably a Trick Room with the NDD lead. It's just weird because Mimikyu with Calyrex usually has 3 attacks, so a little bit weird, but no, not max here. I'm definitely taunting the Calyrex here. And the question is, what do I do with Darm? I guess I crashed the... I mean, I could probably swap here into Feeny. I think it's a pretty reasonable play. I do resist everything on my opponent's team. And I could Dynamax, I guess, my own Calyrex in the end. Because, like, what my main game plan usually is with this team is usually going for max Ghost with the Calyrex if I do have that option. And then, like, fire off a fire move. Or a follow-up with Darmanitan. Flare Blitz in this case, and the Calyrex would be nice. So, we'll find out, I guess. We'll see. Torkoal retreats, which does make sense here. I don't know which Pokemon this is. Incineroar, that's fine. Okay. So the only way they can get Trick Room up is this turn, and thankfully I'm okay in this spot because I do get the taunt off. If they go for a max here, it's not the worst. They protect here. Okay, makes sense. So I do have taunt on the Tyranitar. I wonder if they would give me the Calyrex right here. Because I'm thinking what I could do here. Okay, I have to think about this because this could be like really interesting of a upcoming turn right here. So this could be fake out in a Tyranitar, and if that's the case, I could go for like max darkness in a Calyrex and muddy water follow up, which doesn't sound bad to me at all. It really doesn't sound bad to me at all. I just don't think that knocks out Calyrex because Calyrex is just such a bulky Pokemon. I think it's going to survive barely. Like, that's the problem. And then can I be Dynamax Torkoal afterward? I mean, I probably could. You know what? Let's go for it. If they do anything, it's probably fake out Tyranitar, right? Let's go for this sick double up right here. Let's go for this absolutely insane big brain play. Hopefully, I hope it's a big brain. I hope this isn't like fake out into Feeny for some random reason, because like a Tyranitar is probably the one that's most threatening you. They could. I mean, I don't think you fake out Tyranitar. I really don't. We'll see though. I get a good amount of damage. If they Dynamax the Calyrex, that's fine because the Incineroar is going to take a -1 Muddy Water, and then I have the... Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay. Good read there. I was also thinking of going hard Calyrex on their Trick Room fake out, but I think this works out better. Oh, that's so good damage, actually. That's so good damage right here. Okay, Feeny, please hit the Muddy Water. Specifically on Incin. I think we could afford to miss Calyrex, but we'll see. Oh, wait, we don't want to miss Calyrex here. Maybe I should have Moonblasted, but I think this was better in case Calyrex Dynamax. Every time I use Muddy Water Feeny, this always happens. When I face them, they always get the accuracy drop whenever I face them or whenever I use it. That happens. Okay. So that's kind of dumb. Still manageable, though. Still very manageable. Because the Calyrex is super weakened. The only problem is now they still have a Dynamax option that they can commit to. I'm just going to go for the max ancient power, and I'm going to Moonblast this time. I'm not going to risk it this time around. The problem is their Incineroar is really annoying to damage for my back Pokemon, especially under Trick Room. So I have to be pretty cautious. I actually kind of want to greed Muddy Water again. But yeah, I really wanted to damage on Incineroar because Incineroar was so hard to damage for the rest of my stuff in the back. That's very unfortunate. We're going to see the hard swap here, which makes sense. This is going to be the Torkoal. Is this max? I don't think it's max. I think they save it, right? I just don't see why you would ever max here with Calyrex in this position. Probably Glacial Lance or Closest Combat. Oh, they did max. I guess they could go for Quake and a Tyranitar. Oh, if they live, that's actually really concerning. I guess I had to max guard, huh? I didn't think they would max. I thought they were just gonna go for like a really powerful Glacial Lance and like Parting Shot out. Because I wasn't sure about the HP, but maybe they're confident in living the Moonblast at the -1 Spit Def right here. They do go for the max Quake here. Let's see what's in. Should be in always Tyranitar, right? Yeah. Tyranitar's not gonna live that because it's +2, and Calyrex is absolutely insane. It doesn't matter here. All right, come on, Feeny. I have no special attack investment though. I literally don't have a single special attack investment. Tyranitar goes down. Come on, Feeny. Come on, Feeny. Get a crit. Get a crit. We need a crit here. We need a crit, please. Do it. Okay, that's no damage. Crit would have done it though. Play here is to go Calyrex, I guess. I guess the play here is just hope that the Torkoal can't KO my Calyrex, and I go for Protect and Astral Barrage with Fini, because I think they have to get the damage off into Fini with Max Quake, or they lose probably, I think, in the long term. And I think they go for Eruption with Torkoal. I mean, I have to gamble at this point. I mean, that double Muddy Water Abyss sucked so much. It really did. I wasn't sure how much damage the Max Darkness efficiently did, so I wasn't sure about it. Like, I thought at the worst case, like Muddy Water and like Max Darkness would probably like put the Calyrex like at that HP range it's at right now, so I could have like Moonblasted afterward, because I wasn't sure about Max Darkness initial damage, because Tyranitar doesn't have the best special attack in the world. Calyrex pretty, of course, bulky, so yeah, unfortunately I misjudged the damage, and I could probably followed up with Moonblast. Here comes a Eruption here. Okay, I also really wanted damage on the Instant, because again, Instant's gonna be really tough. Eruption, I need to survive. I do survive. Hold on. Target Defini. Nice. Hold on, we can pull through. Okay, how many turns of Trick Room did they have? This is turn 3 currently, right? So they have 2 more. Looks tough. It does look tough. It's doable though. Okay, crit the Calyrex this time around. That's doesn't change much. All right. Okay, Leftover Speeding can win this. Leftover Speeding can definitely win this. With the right plays, it can definitely win. We did get the boost with the Calyrex. Perfect. And oh, maybe Darm actually just wins in the back. Actually, I think now that I think about it, I think Darm wins in the back, assuming I hit moves. Okay. I protect Calyrex here. I Calm Mind. As long as this is not Solar Beam crit here, or like Thunder Punch Instant for some reason, we should be okay with Fini living this turn. There should be like 2 turns of Trick Room remaining, including this turn. So what I do here, 2 turns of Trick Room. It's also last turn Sun. No. Last turn Misty Terrain. Okay, that's fine. Protect here. Go for a Calm Mind right here. My Fini's pretty healthy here though, and it's really bulky, so I doubt Solar Beam would do much, especially since it's not Choice Specs. Oh, well, it wouldn't be. If it is Choice Specs Torkoal, then it's locked into Eruption. But there's no way that's Choice Specs, I think, because Calyrex would have probably died to the Choice Specs Eruption. So, oh, we're actually in this game. We are actually in this game. I thought this was over, but thankfully they weren't Specs Torkoal. I think this is Charcoal. So, yeah, thankfully Calyrex also has some pretty good natural bulk. Oh, that's an interesting play. Is it support Torkoal? Or it's probably just Eruption burning Jealousy, I'd imagine then. Okay. So what's my optimal play here? I don't need the Calyrex, right? I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm pretty sure my optimal play is just to go for a double Protect with Calyrex, and then what do I do with Phoenix? The question. I mean, I always go for Protect here. And I don't know if they're going to protect Torkoal. It's a thing. I just don't know how much Rock Slide does from my Darm. Oh, I have EQ. I could win with EQ if I just Moonblast here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Darm can just OHKO the instant, so... Or OHKO the Torkoal with Earthquake, so I'll just Moonblast here. Because this covers, like, the Torkoal Protect. Okay, they go for Heat Wave, that's fine. This is probably Parting Shot, I'd imagine. So their Torkoal lives the attack. They could Flare Blitz in the Sun too, but we'll see. No, they Lariat. Okay, that's fine. They're going to come out into the Fini. And Darm is gonna come in and clean up this game, which you love to see. I don't think Shuckaberry instant lives. Maybe Shuckaberry Torkoal? I guess if it's Shuckaberry Torkoal, then that's weird. I guess it's not 100% win con, huh? But Shuckaberry Torkoal's not really a thing. Shuckaberry instant's a thing, but Shuckaberry Torkoal? I wouldn't really say. Let's just go into Darm here and just click Earthquake. Let's just click our Earthquake. We could also pray for Heat Ray Miss at the end of the day too, so I think it is our best out regardless. I mean, I could try to win with Fini and Rock Slide, but the thing is, if I miss too many Rock Slides, I think I get out damaged through the leftovers, especially with the Torkoal having Yawn pressure. I guess especially if I start missing Muddy Waters, yeah, because I'd rather rely on Earthquake and this not being Shuckaberry than trying to hit more Muddy Waters in that Torkoal and then getting Yawn farmed, right? So I'm gonna go for Calm Mind here, and I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. Come on, Big Darm, Big Darm, pick up the knockouts, please. Love this Pokemon. Absolutely fantastic. The damage output was crazy. Darm got 3 knockouts this game, and that's what you love to see. Didn't get the combination off, but that's still fine. I think the turn 1 ended up working out really well for me, especially because I would probably Astral Barrage if I went for it. And maybe they were expecting the Astral Barrage there, so they thought, okay, Venusaur probably has natural bulk, they can get the Sleep Powder off, and it would have been good for them. But yeah, let's see their team actually. So Weakness Pulse on the Calyrex, which we saw. The Life Orb on the Venusaur, okay. It does have Sleep Powder. I'd imagine it's always one for Sleep Powder. The Assault Vest Incineroar, okay. The support Goggles, Indeedee, Charcoal Eruption. Yeah, is this max special attack? It is max special attack. Calyrex is just absolutely insane. The high special defense. I guess it's just as low. It's not even that bad a physical defense, right? I don't think it's that bad. It's just like the damage is skewed because like Incineroar, Darkest Lair is 4 times effective, and then Zacian always just outgoes everything. And there's like really high physical attackers out there. But yeah, Big Darm coming into play. Turn 1 ended up working out fantastically, especially not being Sash on that Venusaur, and ended up working out. I think my turn 2 could have just won the game, but I guess it made it closer, which was enjoyable. So hope you all enjoyed that. And Darm coming in clutch right there. I love to see it. If you currently enjoyed the content you're watching and want to see more of it, make sure you check out my other YouTube channels, my second YouTube channel, my Eclipse channel, and of course make sure you follow the action live on my Twitch channel. All links available in the description down below. All right, rank 120, Blastoise, Zacian, standard stuff. Blastoise, is that how weird is that matchup? It's okay, right? It should be support Thundurus on this team, I'd imagine. Yeah, it should be support Thundurus. They have 2 main Dynamax Pokemon, I think, in Landorus and Blastoise. I don't think they can afford the extra slot on Thundurus. Okay, so we do go Thundurus here. It's really good against the Blastoise. And I guess the question is, what do I pair up with the Thundurus right here? Because it really just depends on the rest of their team and what they decide to go for. Feeney's not a bad switch for the Cannade, which I kind of like here. I kind of like Darm Lead because it might force a Fake Out immediately, which I think is really solid here. So I kind of want to go like Darm Thundurus because this thing is a pretty big threat. Kind of like Calyrex in the back, I think, for the most part, and then the Feeney, I'm pretty sure. Because Excadrill, it's not bad here. Landorus and Blastoise are just really annoying, as well as Rillaboom and Incineroar. It's the thing about Excadrill. Like, I've got to a lot of quests, and the reason why I've delayed Excadrill a lot is because it's really bad against a lot of the common, I feel like, support Pokemon. It's really bad against a lot of things in general, too. I think, like, the format pretty popular. And it kind of needs to Sand Rush or it just, like, goes down. Where, like, I think, like, non-restricted series, you'd probably be okay with it, I think, for the most part, as it wasn't as threatening. We're gonna see Blastoise plus the Zacian right here, because Zacian just threatens with close combat. So Darm Thundurus leads. I wish I had U-turn. U-turn would be really nice here. That's fine though. They do go for the, let's see here, I think I go for a max Airstream here into the Blastoise, and I think I go Feeney. I think this is Protect Cannade. I don't think they could allow their thing to go down to Flare Blitz immediately. They shouldn't swap out. I don't think that'd make much sense here. So yeah, I'm gonna go Feeney and Airstream. They do attack with the Zacian. I could have went for the Flare Blitz immediately, but maybe they're like, hey, I'll trade this big threat, which is Darm right here, for the Zacian, which I guess technically wouldn't be a bad trade for them. It just really depends on what are their Thundurus answers in the back, but they don't have the best Thundurus answers either, so I don't know if they could really lose resources like that pretty early, because if, like, I went for a Flare Blitz, KO the Zacian, they take the knockout with Blastoise. They took a lot of damage with the attack onto the Blastoise, and that's their Maximon, I'd imagine, in this situation. Oh, I guess this could be Yawn turn 1, huh? This definitely could be Yawn turn 1. That's a little bit weird. Okay, no, they do attack. I didn't think they would go for, like, a Yawn turn 1, especially EQ Airstream is definitely a play here, and Earthquake would do a lot of damage, I think, to both. Actually, probably would make them unable to recover if I decide to go for that. So, if they didn't max the Blastoise, let's see what they go for here. And I'm assuming this is Wakan Bear, so I don't think I would do much with Max Lightning. I also want the Airstream boost here. Yeah, they protect here, no surprise. Cool. I'm able to get an Airstream boost. This should always be Cannade into my Darm slot. Once I get rid of Blastoise, I feel very comfortable, I feel like, with the rest of the game. So yeah, this is looking pretty solid here. Do I need the extra speed boost is my question. I don't feel like I do. Cannade does come out. This should always be the Darm. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay. Good turn one. Good turn one. Nice bait into the Feeny. Life Orb Blast. Oh, it might go down. It might go down to max lightning, which would be really nice if it does. Did they swap out Blastoise? I feel like swapping out Blastoise is a throw. I'm still just gonna go for a Muddy Water here, and I'm gonna go for a max lightning. If they max guard with the Blastoise, it's fine. But they don't. Okay, so I get beautiful damage off into Blastoise. Hopefully a knockout. Nice. That's a really good knockout because Zacian shouldn't be able to threaten the Feeny into the Feeny slot. I might preserve Feeny if they target the Thundurus this turn with Zacian, just so I can still have Misty Terrain up, so I'm not as threatened by Rillaboom and back. So let's find out what they decide to go for here. Gonna be sub. Okay. Do I break sub with Muddy Water? It's single targets. I kind of wanted to invest more special attack EVs into the Feeny, and I think I definitely will adjust it after the team. But let's see. Muddy Water comes out in the Zacian. How much damage? Okay, it didn't break the sub. Yeah, I think I need more special attack investment. I think I'm like way too bulky on this Feeny. So, all right, not a bad trade-off though. I am able to eliminate their Blastoise, which is a huge win right here. Let's see who they bring out. Could be Rillaboom. It's gonna be, I don't know what slot that is. Rillaboom. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Are they gonna protect? It depends, because I'm pretty sure I go Calyrex here always. I actually feel like that's always the play here. Yeah, I think I'm always gonna go Calyrex and Airstream. Yeah, I'm gonna Airstream and go Calyrex, because I think again having the terrain is just way too important. I feel like and this could be like protect Rillaboom. That's what I'm assuming here. And if it's protect Rillaboom, I want to have terrain change afterward. So I think the best place to go Feeny, or like preserve Feeny and go Calyrex right here. Let's see. As one gonna activate. I guess this could still be awkward. They do protect Rila. Okay, I think I should have if I predicted that, I guess I should have airstreamed the other slot, but I think this is still worth it in the long term. We are able to get an airstream off into the Rillaboom. It should always be a blade into Thundurus, right? I don't think it's ever otherwise not. It's also not a Assault Vest on the Rila, so I wonder if it goes down to Astral Barrage, which would be really nice. It should never be in a Feeny because they always have a Grassy Glide threat unless they predicted the switch, which I'm not sure if it's worth it. Yeah, because they don't have Thundurus answers. Okay, that's tough. No, this is fine. Actually, this is fine. Yeah, I can already see what I'm deciding to do here. I think for the most. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work, does it? Does not work, does it? No, it probably does not. I think I need the big hit onto the Rillaboom. So this should be Grassy Glide. And should be... Okay, this should be Grassy Glide into the Thundurus slot. And I'm assuming the Zacian's going to take the knock on Calyrex. I think my play is always to go for an Astral Barrage here and hope I can do so much damage to the Rillaboom. I should be able to live one Grassy Glide with the Miracle Seed, I think. And then, because I could switch out Calyrex for the other slot, but the problem with doing that is I don't think I'm going to do anything other than break the sub on Zacian, and they could just reset a sub on a defensive position against Thundurus and the Feeny. So I don't think that's worth it here. So I think the best place to preserve the Thundurus, just in case. It's also good to hit like Incineroar in the back. We do bring out the Feeny. Bring out the Misty Surge here. Let's see what their Rillaboom decides to go for here. Should be Grassy Glide into that slot the next turn, but let's see if it lives this turn with Astral Barrage coming out. I'm hoping I get a good amount into this slot. I also break the sub on Zacian, which is huge. I actually just pick up the knockout. Oh, that's a pretty big knockout. Okay, did I crit or is it just not special defensive? Oh, no crit. I just got it. Okay, that's really good. It's really good. I get the boost, doesn't really change much. We're gonna see Behemoth Blade, that's fine. Can still be scary right here. So this is Behemoth Blade in the Calyrex. Let's pick up the knockout. That's okay here now. Comes down to the last Pokemon. It really does come down to the last Pokemon. Now, the thing is, if it's Incineroar, I'm trying to figure out what the optimal play is if it's Incineroar. I think it's Thundurus into Darm. I think it's Thundurus. I do think it's Thundurus, yeah. I think I'm going to go Thundurus. Let's see if it's Incineroar. So we'll bring out the Thundurus right here as they do bring out... I don't think that's Incineroar. No, it is Incineroar. Okay, I am right. So I'm assuming this is Fake Out and Sub. That's my prediction here. I gotta make sure I have enough firepower for Zacian. This is always fake out into Thundurus. I just don't know if he Behemoth Blade here. If he Behemoth Blade, that's completely fine. I think if he Behemoth Blade Feeny, I absolutely win. Unless he double target the Thundurus slot, and that could be a reasonable play here. Shoot. But I think it's more likely you would go for sub, I think, in this defensive position. So you know what? I'm gonna take the swap here into Darm. Hope I can get EQs off. And let's see how this is gonna go. So we bring out the Darm, big boy. Fake out does come out into Thundurus. Yep, okay. What did you go for, Zacian? Behemoth Blade. Who did you target? This is such a big target right here. At least I made Stefani. They made a good read. They really did. Is this winnable? Probably not. Unless I get accuracy drop on this Zacian. I don't even do that much damage in general. I get an accuracy drop on Incineroar. Not on the Zacian though, which is the bigger important target. Yeah, this game's probably over. I think Feeny might go down to... Will it go down to Behemoth Blade? Maybe. Probably, I'd imagine. Dang, I didn't think they would go for the Behemoth Blade. I really thought there was like... if they had a chance to sub, I think it like made a lot of sense because the Muddy Water wouldn't break the sub right there. They'd be protected against the... they would outspeed like all my Pokemon besides the Darmanitan. But Darmanitan, if it breaks the sub, you trade the sub for the knock on Darm, then, which is pretty insane, I felt like. So... yeah, that's unfortunate for me. I guess that technically meant that the play was to just, I guess, protect Feeny and sack Thundurus. I knew I had to play around the fake out, which is why I made the plays that I did, but yeah, not exactly amazing. I don't know what play this is here. I think I'm just going to Muddy Water Superpower, right? Guess I Superpower the Incineroar. Let's find out. I would need to get extremely lucky in order to win this. This has to be, this should be Behemoth Blade and the Feeny if they didn't target my, it should always be in the, oh, they targeted the Thundurus. I guess it's play rough then. Because if it was Sacred Sword, I think you always Sacred Sword the Thundurus, just not to waste power points. Alright, accuracy drop. Big accuracy drop onto Zacian. That's a shot. Decent damage. Another accuracy drop on Incin. Not the Pokemon, but I'll definitely take that special attack. Miss, okay. Oh, it's probably a Solvest Incineroar too, which is just my luck because having a 3 KO on the Incineroar would have been nice. But I mean, as long as it's not hitting moves, I guess it's fine. This is probably sub here, I would imagine. They could be Behemoth Blade here immediately. I think that's fine too. Again, I need a Muddy Water accuracy drop on the Zacian in order to win. I guess if they sub and I crit, they lose, right? If they live Behemoth Blade, so I guess they have to. Yeah. Okay. Feeny, if I need you to do anything like you've done back in the past. Wow, I actually took that. Wait, I took that really well, actually. I took that really well. Okay, big accuracy drop. Big accuracy drop. I don't think I KO with the next Muddy Water. I've gotten 3 on the Incineroar, and I've gotten 0 on the... Feeny. Feeny, I don't know where you're throwing your mud. I don't allow mud in the house normally. Because we would kick you out if we did. But if we do it on a dog. Actually, I guess that dog just like saying clean. Never mind. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. All right. Yeah, there's no way I can win that. Can I, if I get enough protects? No, I feel like Behemoth Blade, what do? I think damage wise was around the 120 range, right? So I think even if I got like 3 protects, I don't heal enough. 4, I think I would not. I would think it's not worth playing at that point. I mean, I guess I could if I got like 4, but if they go for sub, it's really weird, I guess. I don't know. I would also need a crate. I think it was like astronomically low that I'd be able to win that. I had a chance to win that. I really thought they were going to sub there because I thought they would try to avoid Muddy Water accuracy drops, and I thought they would have that sub as a layer of protection against the Darm, but they went full on the offense there with fake out the Behemoth Blade into that slot, which is a good play by them. If they do go for Behemoth Blade, if you do make that play, it should always be, because as you saw, it was kind of like a pin target into my Thundurus slot. And I guess what would have been my play then? I mean, I think I just protect Feeny then, and I just EQ with Darm, right? I guess if Incin lives the EQ, which it probably does because Incin's Incin, or if it has Berry, it's awkward though. I don't know. I was in a tough spot. I think Thundurus play was correct because I had to go Thundurus in that position. No, I think what I did play-wise was the best option because if I sack Thundurus on the Grassy Glide instead of going hard Feeny, it was awkward too. I don't know. I think it's just a tough position. I think most of it was correct, but I guess the double up was pretty bad there, because I don't think I could afford a Preini there, because if they go for sub, the game's over 100%. So that's tough regardless. And that is the show, Galarian Darmanitan. I think it's a really fun Pokemon. It's really dropped down in usage ever since the early series, but it's still really fun. The damage output is absolutely insane. But if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. Make sure to try out the team right here with the rental code on your screen. You can grab it for 2 weeks before it expires. Payspin is available in the description down below, however, and T-Builder is coming out soon. But of course, as I mentioned before, I hope we all have a happy holidays if you do celebrate the holidays. And of course, if you don't, I just hope you have a good day in general. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. And until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.